So I've got a DJI Mini 2 and there is a broken arm on it. So we are going to replace it. I've worked on one of these before and I've worked on the Mini 1 before. And I figured we'd take you along for the ride. And actually I don't think I need to take these two screws out because that's for this bottom panel here, which we don't need to get to for this particular repair. The other time I had to replace the ribbon cable that goes to the camera. That was a son of a gun. But we're gonna try to get away with just the 4 screws here. Number 0 Phillips. Maybe even 00. And you need a long skinny screwdriver for this. This Mastercraft kit here doesn't really do the trick because of the large diameter of that and how shallow the bits are. While I'm turning this counterclockwise, you can kind of see that's already separating the body. So I wonder if this has been apart before, because the Mini 2 that I worked on previously was not so easy to separate. While we're there, I'm gonna stick an opening tool in there. Oh, come on. How about a thinner one? Good for something. I wanted to do this video in real time, no speed ups unlike a lot of my other videos, just so you get a feel for how long this actually takes. Prying apart this body, especially the first time, is not fun. I think we're all the way out on our screws. Yes, we are, because one just fell to the floor. My lucky day, it fell right in front of me. See if we can get any more out. Yeah, they'll fall out when I least expect it. I normally start opening these by the back, just the way that this clips in. I'll try to get in over here. No. Yeah, I think this has been opened before. That's opening way too easily, but that's good because it'll take less long for me to do the job. Start the other side as well. Break the seal. I wonder if that's a new seal. That screw went over to the right. Found it. This thing is super thin. Not very strong, but super thin. Kind of like me. Yeah, I'd like to be able to pry right there. Helps split it. But you don't want to put too much force on anything in this thing. Super light plastic. I really don't like poking a screwdriver in, but I think I need just that little bit more prying force on this corner. Oh, that was a good move. I just pushed that little tab out a bit. I felt a major change over here. Use a lighter one to avoid scuffing at first. Losing my grip. Oh yeah, you can see it's separating pretty well now. Yeah. Got a cat wanting to visit me behind. All right, so let's do that to the other side. Don't know how well you can see, but go in there and try to lift and turn. Maybe the screwdriver. Nope. Come on. Why can't it be like the other side? There. So that is definitely key. Those big tabs there. Once you release those, then you're on the next finicky bit, which is this intersection. You do not need to unscrew that to pop this out. I am going to have to unscrew that on this side because that's how you get the arm out, but we'll get there when we get there. You don't want to get in too hard there because this is not wide enough to not make damage. That's a little bit of prying from the back and just helping it along. Pop. That sounded violent. But I don't see any broken plastic, so good news. One more screw, two more screw. And the front is its own kind of funny business. I really don't understand how they do it. Maybe with my hook. Can almost get in there. I need not quite so sharp of an angle. Princess Auto's got me covered. Let's try one of these. Nope. Try this funny one. Yeah. I don't know what you can see at all, but left side looks easier to start with. I know that you want to kind of pull back on it. Push in to help things release. Problem is it pinches when you're lifting. It's in there so good. I can't believe how stiff that is. Yeah, the opening tool doesn't... Oh man, this is falling apart. Quality standards have gone down. The opening tool can't really pry on this. And this other pick digs into my hand here, so I can't do what I want with it. Maybe if I use the pliers to hold it? No, that's not going to work. Not at all. If I had a third hand. What if I push that release tab out? No, can't really. Try the straight one. Like the sound of that. I think that was the ticket on that side. Yeah. Should have thought of that a while ago. See if we can get a good angle of what I'm doing here. I think you can see that. Push on that tab, and then there's another one right beside. This side is less cooperative. Oh, there we go. And I didn't even break them. Good. Now we're what we need to do. Almost. So this is the bad one. You follow the wire. It's the red, white, and black. So it's these three connections here that need to be desoldered. And looks like that's kind of intertwined with this white, gray, black, which follows along here and goes to the front light. So we're going to start by taking this arm out. And I'll turn on my soldering iron while I'm at it. This whole pin in here is in tension. We're going to push it out carefully. Tricky part is that it makes the whole body flex. Oh yeah, we are gonna have to take off this bottom cover because this gray wire is one of the Wi-Fi antennas, and that goes down onto that circuit board on the bottom. But now that this cap is off, that's a lot easier to get these screws out. We'll come back to this later. First we want to get the arm loose. Don't remember the other one being so tight. Slightly concerning. But the soldering iron is up to temperature, so we may as well do that much. See, the colors are mirrored here, so we can use that to remember. And the colors are also labeled on the board. That's nice. My temperature is set to 550 Fahrenheit. Those pads don't look very good at all. All right, that's disconnected. We're done with the iron for a while. Now, a fun little thing to do is push this out somehow without breaking everything. It's like it's glued in. Well, I fought with it a bit off camera, and today is a new day. But all I did was take this tiny little pentalobe screwdriver here from some random kit that I had, and just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing on this pin. And I put it back together to reenact it. And there you go. This pushes out. And we'll get into the interesting mechanics of how to put these back in when we get there. But it took me a little bit to figure out. So, the arm is free. We just have to detach the Wi-Fi antenna, and we can pull the old arm out. So to do that, we have to take out these two screws. Screwdriver is not magnetic enough for that. That's all right. Bottom comes off a lot easier, I believe. There goes the screw. There went both screws. Where did the other screw end up? Ah, right here. Sneaky. All right. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So Right here is 1. Right here is 2. And there's 3. And then just some funny business at the front. One, 2. Bottom cover is off. So this whole heatsink has to come off. And there's another screw there under that sticker. Magnet, come on. All right, different screwdriver that I think is more magnetic. Yeah, that's more like it. And also spins better because this rotates. Oh goodness, where did that just go? Oh, right there. Ha! And then under this sticker, that stayed stuck to me. Sticker doing its job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all of the screws out of this. Just kind of pry up ginger carefully. It's stuck on with this blue stuff, which is not super pleasant to get on your fingers, so try not to. I think ideally we would replace the thermal paste, but we're not that fancy and it'll work. So, unfortunately, we have the tougher of the two paths. That's this antenna over here. So, these just pull straight up. Ah, there's glue. Try to unkink it so it goes through easier. Push it a little bit. Now, free this up. This is all caught in there. Get these 3 a little straighter if we can, maybe not. Notice they go below this lip. I think that'll be important later. Son of a gun. There. That's there. This is coming up. And then we can pull this through. We'll take off the propellers and swap them over later. We don't need them in our way. there's the new one. So we're going to route our stuff through. And before we get too far in, we start bringing the antenna along the right path. I think it was on the outside of this blinky light. Looks like it's gonna go. Yeah. Hello. Push it a little more and give it, pull up and take up the slack. And again, it's bumping on the GPS. And this is the GPS, I believe. And over here, that's the compass. The compass, the GPS, and the camera are all on the same ribbon cable. I've had to do that job. That was miserable. That's coming in pretty well. Now, if this wasn't so wobbly, that'd be helpful. So we're going to put this in now, just to help us position everything better. So I want to get this at this particular angle. See, it's square to the body, not over here. This is where it gets difficult. So by default, this square wants to sit in this position or 180 degrees from here. So if I turn this, it doesn't want to stay here at all. It wants to spring over here. You saw that just twisted on its own. But I have to keep it at, I have to keep it at 90 degrees from where it wants to sit. Now, it's under quite some spring tension here, so it is very twitchy. So I keep my fingers out of the way. I don't want to be over here because it could slap my fingers, and it's pretty violent. But there's not much way to avoid that once you're right in the weeds here. There. It wants to push that way. That's good. So we go, we're slapping against the body. Not good. I got too excited. All right. Are we in the sweet spot? We're in the sweet spot. Push the rest of the way. Don't like that. Stop it. Snip, snap, snip, snap. And we're not quite in line with the pin. That's why it's tough. Bet putting the screws in, or trying to, could help. Can't quite reach. All right, I'm on the sweet spot. Nope, I'm not. I was. I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. So close. This side looked closer. So I did it first. Because that'd push it down into the body and force this into alignment so that I could get the other one. There. Now we're in. I think that could even go in further. That's flush. That's a hair under. I'm gonna call that good. We're camming out on the screwdriver. So we want to be beneath that little lip. And they had these bent a very specific, fancy way. I don't think I can pull off that bending. But what I can do is just run these over top, squeeze the housing on, and the housing will push that form into place. That'll push it down. The main thing is just to keep it out of the path of the battery as it goes in. And when you're soldering, you don't want to be pinching on the wire sheathing like this, because the heat flows into the wire down here and you'll just bust right through the sheathing. So you want to pinch right on here, which makes it really precise, really tricky. Can be done though. These are some very fine tweezers from AliExpress. Something like $3. Stainless steel. Still sharp, and I've done some silly things with them, so pretty impressed. Soldering iron is just heating up. Should get the smoky extractor over here going. Next one is black. Grab it right with the tip. They come pre-tinned, which is nice. This one's slippier. Can I just do that? Probably burn myself. That's not on very well. I was worried about that. Alright, that's a little better. Just needed a tiny bit of leaded solder. That's still not very good. This is a bit of the big braid for that. That's what I got. Just some excess solder over here. Too much. All right, that's actually in place. Yeah. Soldering is complete. We'll just stuff the wires over like that. Now this wire feeds through these two cans. Might be more ideal to start from the end. This is shaping up to face up, the right side up, and it should be upside down. Or however you want to word that. That needs a twist to it. think I'll take these. Start at the end and work my way back. Pull planning, they call that at work. But thankfully, I'm not at work. Today is Saturday. This is what I do on my Saturdays. That little blob of glue there causing me trouble. Dab of IPA on there. Loosen them right up. Maybe. Getting this junk on my fingers. Yeah. Cutting the glue a bit to make it easier to work with. All right, that's out of the way. There, click. That was a good solid click. Felt that go in. Now we bend this. The temptation is high to use these, but there's the risk of slipping through and almost puncturing the coax cable. So just the fingernail. Right in the goop, yeah. Yeehaw. What have I got to clean that off onto? Kleenex. So we are happy here. This can go back on, like so. Click. Magnetic screwdriver is pretty much an imperative for this. Otherwise you could drop the screw down into the void over here. And then we pop this cover on. Remember this being a son of a gun to get the center. This whole assembly here has to feed down to pick up the LEDs. So it's got to come in fairly straight. Elsewise, nothing lines up. Can we give it a little push? That might not have been the right maneuver, but that worked. Snapped the back end to help the front. Okay, so 2 screws here. So apparently that screw is not magnetic. Why in the world not? Well, we're not taking any chances. Why does this one look so funny? Because it's not all the way in. Oh, this one. That's not all the way in either. See, I push on it and that gap opens. There. That's more like it. Now this guy, he's gonna push down on our new wiring, and that's okay. Start at the front. Work our way back. And just these snaps are incredibly strong. I flew mine for months without putting the 4 structural screws back in. Seems like the wiring fit, but we're not quite closed. Too much of a gap here. And there we're not quite closed either. Big gap here. But this big gap gets closed by that. almost want to just bite down on it. Like that. And then if I could do a big bite down, our squeezy friends on the sides here, right there and right there. You can see him flexing. Doesn't want to go in. So let's put the screws in and see if that offers additional persuasion. Are these all the same length? Yeah. That got unfortunately a little marred. That's why I'm not a professional. But see these scuffs here? That's the one we replaced. I have a feeling these scuffs are related to this. The body is still not quite clasped together there. Still a little bit of gap here. And a little bit here. That bunch of wiring is almost in the way of the battery. But we'll go get a battery and find out. No problemo. As for this gap here, I'm gonna have to do some more figuring out on that. Otherwise, we're just gonna swap the propellers over. Interestingly, the old one has one screw hole and the new has two. But if you look at where they are, it's the inner one that I have to use. It's hard to get it to actually find the thread. Mavic Mini. This is a Mini 2. Gonna have to do some research here. I think we might have just installed the wrong arm. Arguably, I should have checked that. But in my defense, I'm just swapping out a part for another part. But that does explain why that doesn't thread in, because they don't want you to be able to thread it in, because they want you to buy the right propeller, and they are different propeller designs for different models. Well, I don't think I'll video changing this back out for the right one. There goes another hour and a half of my life. Anyways, that's the process. It's the same whether you had the right arm or not.